Hello, everybody. Okay, we have updates. We have things to yap about today, and I am beyond excited. Okay, so I'm not going to start with elephant in the room. That's coming in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna start with some other things, some other little tidbits. I told you all. I was pondering my doctoral degree, and I have pondered and I have committed, and I will be getting my doctoral, and I am so excited. I am getting a doctorate in ministry, and it's going to be focused on a little bit of mix of communication and marketing too, because that's what I do in my day job. So my day job is I work for a anti-human trafficking nonprofit that specializes in the holistic care of survivors of sexual slavery. And so we do prevention, intervention, restoration. And my job, among many things, is to help survivors share their stories in a way that is dignifying and empowering, but also honoring to all image bearers. And that in and of itself is really hard. And sometimes I get pushback on that. I get pushback on people saying that we should villainize other people saying that we should share more trauma, that we should share less trauma. And I really see this kind of hole missing of what it looks like to have biblical tools to create a successful awareness or fundraising or even just campaign around survivors without re-exploiting their stories. So that is my passion. That is what this doctorate is focusing on. And I am so excited. I love getting to work with survivors and just be a part of this world in the restoration and be a small snippet of the hope that Jesus brings into this world. And so anyways, I am getting my doctorate in that, and I'm so excited. That starts this month in October, which is insane. So your girl's gonna be full-time, nonprofit worker, full-time grad doctorate student. And then we have the podcast, okay? So that's all very exciting. Also dreaming up all of the 2026 travel and trips, just all the things. Guys, I think we're gonna go to Japan. And I am so excited because, I love Europe. It's so fun. I go as often as I can. But I haven't been to Japan. I've been to Israel, so I guess that counts as Asia. But I haven't been to that would be east side of Asia. And I am so excited to go. I am so excited. It's gonna be so fun. So we're just building out all the trips coming up, and it's really sweet. Matt is loving his new role in ministry, and I feel like God is really allowing us to slow down. And if you know me, I don't slow easily. And that's part of the problem. And you're gonna say, slow down, you just started a doctorate. No, guys, this is slow, I swear. But within that, welcome to the main point of this podcast episode, which is we changed our name. And listen, I was gonna keep this under the radar because this wasn't a rebrand. It wasn't anything too massive. That I was like, I don't know if I need to address it on the podcast fully. And then I was like, that's so stupid. Call me out on being stupid, because that's what that was. I am so excited though. So visually, brand staying the same. I mean, obviously you and I are just here yapping away like normal. All of this is staying the same. The name, however, needed to change. Okay. And I am beyond excited. So if you've been here a while, you know that we were Inspired Lady, and that was such a great start. Literally over 3 years, which is crazy. I had to do the math. Over 3 years, we've been Inspired Lady, and it was so sweet. It was so good. But within that, I feel like I've grown. I feel like you've grown. And I no longer wanted it to stop at that Inspired Lady. It felt a little topical. It felt like it was great to start the conversations on faith and habits and living abundantly. But as I've grown, and as you've grown, and as the podcast message and my own life has shifted, I just wanted something to reflect a deeper direction, okay? And I felt like Made to Dwell, which is our new name, was perfect for that. It literally felt so right. I started this process in January. In January, I started really sitting down thinking, is Inspired Lady still the right, does that capture what I'm trying to do here? And the answer obviously was it wasn't right anymore. But the difference is this has taken 10 months to get to, where Inspired Lady was a moment of inspiration, and then we jumped on it. And that is because I don't ever want to procrastinate in the name of perfection. And hold on, I'm going to say that louder for you in the back. We don't procrastinate in the name of perfection. Okay, so Inspired Lady, was it perfect? No, but we jumped into it, we started it, and now, over 10,000 downloads later, and just built this entire community, and it's so sweet, so great, and I love it. But at the same time, you also need to know when to reflect and refine and just continue to push forward instead of staying stagnant, even if something feels like it was good. And Inspired Lady is and was good. And that's why I still want to continue this, but the name just no longer felt like it fit our conversations. So Made to Dwell came into just kind of like me praying over the name, coming up with as many ideas as I could, having a group chat of people that I just love so much and sending them ideas and then getting their feedback. And honestly, Made to Dwell just kind of kept popping up over and over and over again. You guys know I absolutely love John 15. I literally have a tattoo to represent John 15:5 on my arm. And so just kind of the idea of abiding and dwelling and all of that and living intentionally right where you are, which don't get me wrong, we're still going to talk about productivity and how to plan and being a good steward of your time. But within that, also like really living where your feet are and living a life that is rooted in faith and not just in like inspired moments that push us to the next inspired moment. And so really when I created this name and kind of just started working through it, I thought I loved the idea of made being in there because it's just so intentional. It just labels the fact that we are intentionally created with a purpose so well. So we are made, and then to dwell just again reminds us that we are to be at peace and we are to be in a relationship with God and with others, and to, when you think of like dwelling place and like dwelling in the temple and like all these times that God uses this language and abiding, and I just loved it so much. And so this name really reminds me to truly live where God has placed us, and I like just pray that over you, that you also have that reminder. So don't worry, the show is the same. I mean, the show is going to be all about practical faith, healthy habits, abundant living. As always, as long as I have breath in these lungs, it'll all be about tangible tips and just honest conversations. And I'm really excited about this because there's so many fun things on the horizon with this. And I think that you will love this. I think that just kind of like sitting with like, what does it mean for like you to dwell and to be fully present with God and with your people and in your daily habits, I think that's gonna be powerful. And I'm really, really excited. So definitely send me all your thoughts. If you hate it, maybe don't tell me because I don't have as thick skin as I would like, but whatever, it's fine. But I'm really grateful that you're here in this new season, and I honestly can't wait to see what God does through Made to Dwell. And yeah, I'm really, really stoked. I think it's gonna be really cool, really powerful, and I'm endlessly grateful for you. So hopefully this added a little bit of illumination to what has been happening behind the scenes. I didn't want to just hit you with a name change and drop it there, but really kind of give you a behind the scenes of like the thoughts, the processes. Like I said, there was so much prayer that went into this, so much of the design work and just going back and forth with people and breaking this down further and further. And here we are. And I also figured we better launch this thing before the classes for the doctorate starts, because who knows what my schedule's going to look like then. It's going to be insane. And I'm just so thrilled to be doing this with you. Literally, thank you so much for just like being so supportive, being a part of this with me. And yeah, I hope that this is just a resource and tool that serves you even better, because I genuinely think it will, and I am praying that it will, just like I'm praying for you. So love you so much, and yeah, welcome to Made to Dwell.